welcome. You're watching Weekend EQ with me, your host Manisha Meheldar. And the big news this weekend is that Lingaa has finally released. If you've been living under a rock, Lingaa is Rajinikanth's film that released on his birthday this Friday. All his fans celebrated the legend and his film. Take a look at this double whammy bonanza.
This was the scene at 1 AM on the first day first show in Chennai on Friday.
He's the real hero.
Superstar is coming on the big screen.
Let's begin.
Frenzy over the release of this latest Rajinikanth film growing as the day progressed. Crackers and sweets, milk abhishekam and dancing fans. It was a festival in Tamil Nadu. Rajini proving why his fame and following knows no boundaries. Fans coming from Japan to watch their Talaivar on his home soil.
Oruban mudarari, uragiri machaba torirari, vinikeni ne papanie mari, adabendo mutipa banariwari, bumia ibera ayuda madaku, pupari ke quadari edaku, bonno poruro pokkara madaku, aseturanda lagiramuna.
Double delight for his fans on his birthday.
Happy birthday, Talaivar!
For Rajini's family, it was the excitement of his film releasing on his birthday for the first time.
We're all going to the theatre right now, and Appa usually is not at home during his birthday, but I just spoke to him and he would like to thank his fans for all the wishes and the overwhelming response.
And here's what Talaivar's fans in the industry had to tell him.
Hi Rajini, long way to go. Healthy, happy life.
Prime Minister Modi and Bollywood superstar Amitabh Bachchan joining thousands of fans in wishing Rajinikanth a long life. From the frenzy, it looks like another blockbuster from the Rajini stable.
And if you're wondering whether to buy into the Rajini hype, we tell you whether it's worth your money. Take a look at our review.
Rajinikanth plays a double role in the film Lingaa as Lingaa, the clever thief, who is also the grandson of Raja Lingeshwaran. But there is a third Rajini in the film, Rajinikanth himself, and there is a liberal sprinkling of clever lines about Rajinikanth in real life. And that's what gets the audience clapping.
Let's begin.
Lingaa is perhaps the most politically loaded of Rajinikanth's recent releases. Like Santhanam's character tells Rajini in Lingaa that even if you want to go, the people will not leave you. Or as Anushka Shetty suggests to Rajinikanth that he could go even to Parliament. Lingaa's music by A.R. Rahman is a bit of a disappointment except for the evocative Indian Age song sung by Rahman himself. Musically, Lingaa isn't a patch on previous Rajinikanth A.R. Rahman collaborations like Shivaji and Indiran. At 175 minutes, Lingaa is a bit of a drag. Anushka Shetty, Sonakshi Sinha and Santhanam are the only ones who get a bit of screen space. But with Rajini in almost every scene of Lingaa, it's paisa vasool for his ardent fans. I will go with a 3.5 out of 5.
See you soon.
Peter Jackson's final installment of the Hobbit series released as well. That was a big Hollywood film at the theatres this weekend. Have you ever wondered how they create the magical land and those mythical characters to life? Well, our entertainment editor travelled all the way across the world to find out exactly that.
started this. You will forgive me if I finish it.
The third and the final installment of the Hobbit series, The Battle of Five Armies, hits cinemas this Friday. The film is directed by Peter Jackson and is shot extensively in New Zealand.
I will not hide while others fight our battles for us!
We got a first-hand Hobbit experience on the sets of the film. The place is called Hobbiton and it's a 30-minute flight from Auckland to Hamilton. That's where you get to see 44 Hobbit houses. Hobbiton is open to tourists and it costs only Rs 3,800 per person with a tour guide.
All the way through the Lord of the Rings, I had it sort of logged away as a possible location, but there wasn't anything really suitable in that story. But the Hobbit, the barrels, the river, perfect.
New Zealand is Middle Earth. It's become a fictional landscape that we know and love, but also it's a place where you can get on a plane and go visit.
After visiting the sets, it was time for some makeup. How do hobbits get their look? It looks real and is done by a team of experts who get their brief from none other than director Peter Jackson.
When we watch movies like The Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit series, we watch it as a story and we don't go too much into details when we are watching it. It's taken me about half hour and I already have ears like an elf here.
And finally, it's time for some action. What you see on screen is nothing like what's behind. All the action scenes are done through motion capture, a high-end technology used only by top Hollywood filmmakers. We are dressed in a tight and uncomfortable outfit, and with the help of special cameras, the computer transforms you into a Hobbit character and manages to capture not just your moves, but also your expressions. Hollywood filmmakers dream big and achieve it too. It's the vision, the team of experts, attention to detail, and a lot of hard work and dedication. That's all it takes to bring fantasy alive. From the sets of Hobbit in New Zealand, this is Rohit Khilnani for Headlines Today.
Now I'm sure you're wondering about the film. Now that you know what goes into it, well, Rohit comes to your rescue yet again.
This was the last move in a master plan. A plan long in the making.
Peter Jackson's third and final installment of the Hobbit series, The Battle of Five Armies, is the big Hollywood release of the week. The film starts exactly where the previous film, The Dissolution of Smaug, ended. The dragon, voiced wonderfully by Benedict Cumberbatch, is on a rampage. He is setting Lake Town on fire, but that doesn't last very long.
Thorin, you gave a promise.
Even before you see the title of the film, Smaug is killed by Bowman Bart, played by Luke Evans. Since Smaug is defeated, the war over jewels and gold coins begin. Thorin, played by Richard Armitage, stakes claim and guards the gold that angers Luke Evans, and Elf King Thranduil, played by Lee Pace. Bilbo Baggins, played by Martin Freeman, the titular Hobbit, looks like an extra here, trying to keep a balance to avoid any war, but that does not happen. All Bard wants is what was promised to them, but looks like after seeing the gold, Thorin is in no mood to stick to his words.
Will you have peace or war? I will have war.
It is called Five Armies, but let me count some people fighting here. There are elves, dwarves, orcs, goblins, eagles, bats, and many more creatures. Well, the makeup, the costumes, the special effects are top class. The cinematography, editing, direction, background score, it's all a great job. But the film that starts well and ends well has a lot of talking in between. Long conversations somewhere kill the pace in the middle.
Why show his hand now? Because we forced him.
The actors, however, are in top form, each and every one of them. With this, Peter Jackson's six-film Middle-earth series reached the finale. There couldn't have been a better end than this. 3.5 stars for Hobbit, Battle of Five Armies. This is Rohit Khilnani for Headlines Today.
Even the smallest person can change the course of the future.
Now there's so much being spoken about PK, so how can we not bring you any news on it? We have Anushka Sharma and Rajkumar Hirani in a candid chat coming up.
Hello and welcome to Headlines Today. I'm Rohit Khilnani. Raju and Anushka, welcome to Headlines Today. Raju, to you first, actually to both of you first. This is an interview for PK. I have no idea what the movie is. You all have managed to keep it like a big secret, and I'm told that you all won't talk about it. Anushka, you're close to the release. Aren't you itching to tell the story? You can tell us. We won't tell anyone.
No, because he's saying it in a better way.
Anushka, let me try with you. He's too used to this. Tell me something about PK.
I can tell you one thing.
Yeah. I'll be happy with that much.
I'm a journalist in the film.
You're a journalist in the film? Oh, nice. We actually didn't know that. Yeah. So are you doing what Amir and Raju do usually and just lie and tell media something, or you're actually a journalist?
She's what you're doing in the film.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Let's see how you do it.
Okay. Let's see how you do it.
How well you do it.
ऐसे टुकर-टुकर का देख रहे हो? पहचाने नहीं क्या हमका? हम अनुष्का हूँ अनुष्का.
Anushka, you know your releases are back to back. You know, there comes a time, you know, suddenly when we see one actor, male, female, when they have, you know, the media's focus is obviously, you know, to take them on the top. They're saying this is her year. You know, she's a star of the year. It's happened to many actresses in the past years. So do you think of this? Do you take it in that way that, you know, it may be a great year?
I mean, to me, maybe I'm seeing it from another perspective. To me, it seems like a great year because I'm getting to work with these terrific directors. Before Band Baja Baraz released, I made a list of directors that I wanted to work with.
So how many, all of them are ticked by now?
Like not all, but like a lot of them. And some, like they keep getting added onto the list. And you know, I'm getting to do that. So for me, whatever might be and however people might perceive it.
The top 5 are ticked.
Yeah, whatever people might perceive of my success in whatever way, however they measure it. For me, I'm very happy, and you know, I think when you want to do things in a certain way and they happen, then you feel calm and.
See, so it's great that all this has happened. You've worked with, you know, you work with the best directors of late. Is it that something you think of being the #1 actress of 2015?
No, yeah, I really can't do that because.
Come on, everyone wants to be.
No, I don't want to be. I'll be very happy if someone else is being called the #1 actress throughout my career. I'll be fine with it as long as I'm getting to do what I'm doing. You might be on that track of running for that race to #1, but if you truly don't feel happy with that, so even if you get to that position, you won't be happy.
So is there a race? Is there a race or there's no race?
I'm not. I mean, I don't know. There is a race. I'm not running in that race.
Great, guys. You know, PK is looking nice. From whatever we make out of it is nothing, but it's looking very nice. So you all have managed to do that again. So best of luck, Raju. Best of luck, Anushka. Thank you so much.
Now remember PK's baked poster? Well, apparently there's a song that goes with it, appropriately titled Nanga Punga Dos. Well, I'm already laughing. Check it out.
भागी भागी जिंदगी रे पीछे पीछे मैं चली रे नई राही नए नए मोड़ अनजानी गली में मिला आवारा सा बंजारा सा टिंगा टिंगा नंगा पुंगा दोस्त भागी भागी जिंदगी रे पीछे पीछे मैं चली रे नई राही नए नए मोड़ अनजानी गली में मिला आवारा सा बंजारा सा टिंगा टिंगा नंगा पुंगा दोस्त एक बूंद भी उसने न पी पर पी के वो कहलाया है टिंगा टिंगा नंगा पुंगा टिंगा टिंगा नंगा पुंगा टिंगा टिंगा नंगा पुंगा दो टिंगा टिंगा नंगा पुंगा टिंगा टिंगा नंगा पुंगा टिंगा टिंगा नंगा पुंगा दो आया है कहाँ से वो क्या ढूंढने वो आया है एक बूंद भी उसने न पी पर पी के वो कहलाया है
Watching Weekend EQ, well, they are hot, they are about town, and they are making a comeback on the big screen. Well, we are talking about Bollywood's most beautiful mothers who are stepping away from the cradle and back into the films.
Bollywood's yummy mummies are all geared up to rule the roost in 2015. The ladies in question here are ex-beauty queen Aishwarya Rai Bachchan, DDLJ sweetheart Kajol and the must girl Raveena Tandon. After 4 years sabbatical, Aishwarya's comeback films that have already created a flutter include Karan Johar's Ae Dil Hai Mushkil alongside Ranbir Kapoor and Anushka Sharma, and she will also be seen portraying a strong character in Sanjay Gupta's Jazba.
By January, we should roll. I'm very, very excited for Jazba. It's a very interesting team coming together, and that's going to be the first one that we're rolling with. And there are other directors also. I have okayed scripts on. I mean, it's not just in talks. Now it's an okay and a go-ahead.
Meanwhile, Kajol, who was last seen in Dharma Productions via Family in 2010, has since been fulfilling the duties of a doting wife and a mother. And now reports are that she will feature in husband Ajay Devgan's Home production, which is a female-centric film.
Everybody used to say, oh, she's married, which means it's the end of her career. Luckily, that has kind of stopped. People don't think that marriage is the end of one's career. I think there is room for the 30 plus. There are stories being made for the 30 plus, which is why you have an Aishwarya Rai, you have a Raveena Tandon, you have a Kajol being fitted into that slot.
Last but not the least, Raveena Tandon is also resurfacing and making her presence felt. She will be seen back on the big screen in Anurag Kashyap's Bombay Velvet, releasing next year, and director Onir's Shab. Well, must say, these actresses are defying the norm that motherhood is a setback to a career on celluloid, and they are definitely changing the perception of mothers on screen. With Manisha Meheldar, Rakshpali Kishi for Headlines Today.
Well, with that, it's a wrap, but we leave you with legendary actor Dilip Kumar, who celebrated his birthday on Thursday and successfully returned home after a bout of pneumonia. Well, making quite a visual on his 92nd birthday, the legend thanked his fans while accompanied by his beloved wife, Saira Banu.